Hola a todos, bienvenidos a Chorri Aventuras de Blackpool. Continuamos con el asesinacidio en el Orient Express.
My friend, this is one of the best desserts I have ever eaten.
You have always had the sweet tooth.
This, it is a masterpiece.
Sabe encima.
I can't understand how the dessert can be so good. I would love to know what the recipe is.
Vaya por Dios.
I couldn't tell what flavor the ice cream is.
A ver, puede ser vainilla, pero esto amarillo es limón. Sí o sí. Eso es limón.
It looks like lemon. Look at the zest.
Yes, I wasn't sure what that was. What is the red fruit?
Eso no es una fresa. Y si es una fresa de Chernobyl. Así que es una frambuesa.
It looks like a raspberry.
You have a good eye, Poirot. The biscuit is the foundation of the dessert. All else is built upon it. What do you think?
Eso no es chocolate. Y menos una mousse.
It looks like crushed biscuits, my friend.
Finely observed, indeed. Poirot, I am embarrassed to ask you a great favor.
My friend, I am on this train due to the great favor you have done me. How may I assist you?
This dessert is sublime. If only I had the recipe. Unfortunately, the pastry chef, Miss Nielsen, she will guard her secrets. But you, my friend, I am sure you could make her confess.
You wish me to persuade the pastry chef to give up her recipe?
You who are the expert at interrogation.
Book, it is a dessert.
It is the pinnacle of desserts. You, my friend, who, as you say, are on this train, I blush to remind you.
Fine, you win. Again, what wouldn't I do for you, my friend?
Oh, thank you, Poirot. Good luck.
Perfecto. Ahora solo necesito una batería y unas pinzas para clavarlas en los pezones. Disculpe, vengo a torturarla. Vengo a hacerle técnicas de interrogatorio avanzado.
Good evening, mademoiselle.
Good evening, sir. How can I help you?
That was a magnificent dessert you served us tonight. I wanted to tell you personally how much both Monsieur Bouc and I enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, sir.
In fact, it is so good. Monsieur Bouc insists on knowing how you made it.
Oh, sir, I'm sorry. You must know a chef never gives away their recipes. But, well, you helped with the refrigerator, and without space in it for me, there would have been no dessert. Very well. To prepare tonight's dessert, first I melt sugar to make caramel. Then I spread this caramel to make tuiles. Between two tuiles, I add a small scoop of lemon ice cream, and I put the whole thing on a strawberry crown.
No.
Poirot, you are suspicious even now. The pastry chef gave up her prized recipe a little too easily. I sense she wasn't entirely honest with me.
Así que las tortitas son tortitas de azúcar. Bueno, caramelo. Interesante.
Thank you for sharing your recipe with me, but I doubt those are strawberries you're using.
Oops. You have a good eye, Monsieur Poirot. Very well. What fruit do you think I used?
Ha usado usted mango.
You used raspberries, not strawberries. I'm not fooled.
You're right. Mr. Book, he couldn't tell the difference. Let's move on to the bottom part of the dessert.
My
Dos cocos.
favorite part of the dessert.
First, I melted some butter. I crumbled pieces of chocolate into the butter. Then I placed the mix in a circular mold. Finally, I let the whole thing cool down to let it harden.
Fundió mantequilla, sí. No hizo chocolate. Eran galletas. Así que, señorita, me ha vendido 2 veces. Así que tome una galleta.
It's certainly not chocolate that you've crumbled.
I see you do have an excellent palate. Do you know what ingredients I used?
Niños. Troceó niños.
A clever pastry chef might mix crushed biscuits with butter to create this delicious base.
That's it. You're getting closer to the entire recipe.
Closer? I've caught murderers with less difficulty than this.
I'll give you one last challenge. I'm sure you will be able to figure out the order I mix my ingredients in. If you can, you will have earned my recipe.
Mademoiselle, solving the murder of Roger Ackroyd was easier than this.
A ver, ¿qué es esto de la receta? ¡Oh, vaya! Así que los huevos van al final o al principio. Pongámoslo aquí de momento. Vainilla antes que harina. Vainilla antes que harina. Azúcar después de vainilla. Los huevos van justo. Vainilla antes que harina. Eso quiere decir que... después de la harina va la naranja y los huevos después de la naranja y la leche debe ir aquí.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Esta es la parte confusa. Porque quería que el azúcar y la harina van después de la vainilla, uno de los dos tiene que ir después del que va después.
As promised, my recipe is yours. Give me 5 minutes to write it down for you.
Thank you. I am in your debt. I can take advantage of this moment to resume my little observations of the passengers.
Did you enjoy the meal?
I'm not used to meals like this.
You do not have good restaurants in Kenya?
Actually, we do. This is in the 1930s.
I did not mean to offend.
You didn't like the meal?
The lobster, it was undercooked, and the potatoes were too dry.
I expect, being Princess Dragomirov's assistant, you must be used to eating well.
Cooking is an art. You do not need to wear the chef's hat to be an artist.
What is your favorite dish?
Currywurst. It is a specialty of mine.
Ajá. La edad me la estoy inventando, pero es por el aspecto. Es interesante que La ayudante de la princesa no coma con la princesa.
I made a lot of progress on the expenses last night, sir. I should be done by tomorrow morning.
You're supposed to be a fast worker, Hector.
Sorry, sir. Working here is not as comfortable as in our office in Boston.
You're lucky to ride in a train like this.
Americano, este es secretario. Y tiene ganitas, así que...
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
Here you are, sir. My recipe. Please tell Mr. Book he should not expect my recipes for the other desserts.
Thank you very much, mademoiselle. I know he will sincerely appreciate the gesture, and I will make certain he gets the message.
De hecho, debería tenerla en el inventario. Efectivamente.
Poirot, you were gone such a long time.
It proved more challenging than I expected.
This is wonderful. Did it require the use of your little grey cells?
More the exercise of my little taste buds.
So
Muy buena.
much, my friend. Eat your dessert. You've earned it.
Ratchet. ¿Qué de dos más raros?
Good evening. My name is Ratchet. I think that I have the pleasure of speaking to Mr. Hercule Poirot, is that so?
You have been correctly informed, monsieur.
Your exploits are well known on my side of the Atlantic. In my country, we come to the point quickly. Mr. Poirot, I want you to take on a job for me. Are you interested in earning a lot of money?
My clientele, monsieur, is limited nowadays. I undertake very few cases.
Why, naturally. I understand that. But this, Mr. Poirot, means big money. Big money.
¿62? Puede tener 62.
My little grey cells did not let me down. What is it you wish me to do for you, Monsieur Ratchet?
Mr. Poirot, I am a rich man. A very rich man. Men in that position have enemies. I have an enemy.
Monsieur, in my experience, when a man is in a position to have, as you say, enemies, then it does not usually resolve itself into one enemy only.
Yes, I appreciate that point. Enemy or enemies, it doesn't matter. What does matter is my safety. My life has been threatened, Mr. Poirot. Now, I'm a man who can take pretty good care of himself. But as I look at it, a little insurance wouldn't hurt. And remember, big money.
I regret, monsieur, that I cannot oblige you.
What's wrong with my proposition?
If you will forgive me for being personal, I do not like your face, Mr. Ratchet. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to finish my coffee peacefully.
El plano personal. No me gusta su cara. Buenas, vengo a hacer cosas. No se preocupen por mí. Solo hago cosas. Cosas de detective. Como entrar sin llamar. Acceder a lugares que no debo. Buscar bigotes dorados.
Come to Poirot, my exquisitely sculpted friend.
Y decirle a la gente que es fea a la cara. Porque soy así, me gusta la elegancia. Y el café. Y los postres sensuales.
A nightcap, Monsieur Poirot?
A cup of coffee, Monsieur Fauché. Then I will retire to my new compartment.
I am sure you will find it to be most comfortable.
We have stopped?
Yes, sir. Belgrade Station. If you'd like to go out and get some fresh air, now is the time. The train leaves at 9:15.
No, I see that it is snowing. I will not seek out the fresh air.
Probably a wise decision. May I suggest a chocolate to accompany your coffee? It is produced by my father, the best chocolatier in Switzerland.
I would never refuse a chocolate with such high recommendation.
I know you will enjoy it, and please let me know if there is anything else you require.
Es suizo, es camarero y es joven.
That was easy. Everything was perfect. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Is there anything you require, monsieur?
No, merci.
Why, I thought you'd left us. You said you were getting off at Belgrade.
No,
You misunderstood me.
But, man, your baggage, it's gone.
It has been moved into another compartment, that is all.
Oh, I see.
me voy a primera clase. Pringao.
I wish you a good night, Monsieur Poirot.
Good night.
Pero mire dónde escribe, está pintando la... Pero que ahí llena el cuaderno. Pero quiere mirar hacia donde... No me mira a mí, mira el cuaderno. Michelle. ¿Y por qué escribe en diagonal? Oh, por todos los... Michelle, ¿qué hace? Que a veces escribe peor. ¿Está bien, Michelle? ¿Está dando un ictus?
I hope you'll sleep well and that your head will be better in the morning.
It is just the cold. I'm now making myself a cup of tea.
I hope it'll warm you up.
Con absenta.
I hope so. Good night.
Well, good night, my dear. What a brave girl. On the other hand, that man there in the next cabin, Monsieur Ratchet, he scares the hell out of me. There's something wrong about that man. My daughter always says I'm very intuitive. When Mama gets a hunch, she's dead right. That's what my daughter says. And I've got a hunch about that man. He's next door to me, and I don't like it. I put my bags against the communicating door last night. I thought I heard him trying the handle. Well, whoever you are, I'm going right to bed to read. Good night.
Good night, madam.
Como se llame.
Whoever I am.
Oh, vaya. Feo.
Monsieur Ratchet seems very upset.
Esta es la mía. Perfecto. Nuestra nueva habitación. Con este ya sensual. Vamos a dormir.
Ah, finally a real bed fit for a king or a very tired detective.
Oh, Dios mío. No estará cansado de ver tanta sangre que se compra un pijama sangriento. Pero Poirot, vas a coger frío. Está nevando. ¿Qué ha sido eso?
Monsieur Ratchet?
Ce n'est rien, je me suis trompé.
Esta trompa. Intentar dormir. Y otra vez.
Good night, madame.
The American lady?
Yes, don't worry. You'll know how Mrs. Hubbard is. Imagine to yourself the time I have had with her. She insists, but insists, that there is a man in her compartment. Just imagine it, monsieur. In a space of this size, where would he conceal himself? I argue with her. I point out that it is impossible. She insists. She woke up and there was a man there. And how, I ask, did he get out? And leave the door bolted behind him? But she will not listen to reason.
That one does not leave time to listen.
Maravilloso. Pero es cierto que cuando Michelle entra a la habitación de la mujer, ya hay un hombre. Michelle.
The train has stopped, Mr. Michel.
We have run into a snowdrift. Heaven knows how long we shall be here. I remember once being snowed in for 7 days.
Where are we?
Between Winkowski and Brod.
Oh la la. It's time for me to go back to bed.
I wish you a good night, monsieur. Or what is left of it.
La cuestión es que Michelle está ahí sentado, es decir, su trabajo es estar ahí sentado haciendo guardia. Pero durante el día también está. Es decir, es un hombre 24 horas. La 1:15. Media hora después, caos y pan de molde. Y decía, no me voy a bajar en Minkoski porque está nevando y voy a coger frío. Muy bien, pues vamos a dejarlo aquí por hoy. Esto han sido las 8 aventuras de Aventuras. Esto ha sido Asesinato en el Orient Express. Hasta la próxima. Adiós.